Hey everybody, good morning, good Saturday morning. I decided on the spur of a whim just to come out and sit in my front yard here at Constance's house this morning and just sit here and let me show. I got this big old rock right here. I can sit here and put my feet up. Sometimes I like to come out here and there's a thing called earthing. So I like to put my feet up on it, just bare feet like that. And supposedly draw energy from the rock. I like to do that with the trees also out by the deck in the backyard, just prop my feet up on a tree trunk. But anyhow, good morning. This is a October Glory maple that I planted. It was only about face high, and they grow fast, and it's so vibrant and red in the October part of the year. In the fall, in my little garden, I got me a little swing out here I can sit on. But anyhow, let's do the morning post, y'all. I thought I would come out and sit in the front yard this morning and write. When I planted the October Glory maple, it was only head high. Now I can sit under it and have shade. Leonard, my trusted friend, has joined me out here this morning. Just as I am writing this, he brings me a baby chipmunk, which I stop and take a picture of and post on Facebook. My God, I say, as I'm shocked, as he just comes and sits right beside me with a live little baby chipmunk in his mouth. I just say, my God, Lenny, in my Granny Bratcher's voice. He eventually let it go and it scurried off, but it's just, he don't kill them. He just likes to play a game with them or whatever. I feel so exposed sitting out here this morning, like I am writing with no clothes on, which for some reason I can't do, writing while naked, that is. In the back, it is so private, just me and flowers and Boom Boom and Gracie and hens and sounds of water. Out here, sitting in this front yard, it is like I'm sitting on the front porch of all my neighbors. All of my neighbors are such quiet, good people. Ava and I have the best neighbors of all. They're just, there's shows on cable called Neighbor Wars and all like that. I'm telling you, if I ever lived somewhere and I had an issue with a neighbor that went on too long, I live my life with the adage of life is just too short. I ain't going to deal with this. I'd sell and move. I'm not going to live all in that kind of energy in that environment. Some people feed into it and like it. Not me. I don't like any of that conflict like that. But anyhow, the neighbors over at the Key Road House, there's kind of interesting, sweet people also. The lady across the street who works at the Atlanta Botanical Gardens came over and sat with me for a little bit yesterday evening and told me, if you're not going to keep that rose bush against the pecan tree out by the road, I want it, she told me. I told her, I said, I didn't even know there was a rose bush out by the pecan tree out by the road. When I went out and looked, there it was. It was beautiful with a deep velvet red rose on it. I said, oh, I'm keeping it. It goes with the house. The guy next door has come over a couple of times. He is friendly also, interesting, but friendly. He is about 50, and he's not trans, but he loves to wear women's clothes, short skirts and halter tops, while out working in his yard. I find it a little strange and interesting and wonderful all at the same time. He and his partner have created some kind of big circle of rocks that you walk around in, some kind of circle formation from some Mayan ancient rock formation layout design thing. He said it's a prayer circle. He said him and his partner walks in that circle and prays. Interesting, isn't it? Living in the city. You people that live up there in Murphy, North Carolina, y'all don't know stuff like this, like living in the city. It's fun living in the city. You meet all kinds of people. I have enjoyed working on the Key Road House to rehab it over these last several months. It has been a distraction, with all that's going on in the world. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the world is just really messed up place right now at the moment. There is kind of a dark haze. There was already a dark haze over the country, even before we entered into an unwinnable war. I remind myself to have hope. We entered to have hope and to have faith in the American people to self-correct. We've done it before. To self-correct a lot of this that's going on in the country. The country is just in a mess right now. My God, in my Granny Bratcher's voice. And it's in a mess of our own doing. Y'all, we have to do better. All of us. We just have to do better. Anytime the word drought is mentioned, I always think about the widow woman with her one son in the days of Elijah. I always loved that story. If I had $1 for every time I preached about that, the old saying goes, if I had $1, or love to hear other preachers get up and share their thoughts on that story. It basically is a very simple message. When all hope is gone, when there is nothing left to hold on to, hold on to God. God will supply. And now as I finish this, instead of feeling so exposed while sitting out here on this corner in the front yard, I feel like I'm sitting on my little spot on this big old beautiful planet, Earth, while sitting out here barefoot right here under this maple tree. I feel like I'm sitting on the planet. I see the clouds swirling around. I can sense the sound of abundant rain in the distance. For you, for me, and for the country. We have to believe that the rain will come. Oh, and I feel the breeze, just it's like God's blowing against me right now. I just feel it. We have to believe that the rain will come. And when it rains on everybody, the just and the unjust. Good Saturday morning, sweet people, everybody. This is the day the Lord hath made. I choose to rejoice and be glad in it for this day. We're meeting a bunch of people over at the Bombay Midnight Tea House, something in Grant Park at 12 o'clock today, and gonna have a get together. Have a spot of tea. How wonderful is that? As a woodpecker has joined the sounds of the morning. The pictures over here on my Facebook page is just pictures out here this morning sitting in the front yard at Constant House. Yeah, love y'all.